As always, we welcome this opportunity to commune with you and to address those feelings and questions from deep within your hearts. As we have said previously, as your development on your pathway hastens, so to speak, more knowledge will become aware to you, your understanding will change, your consciousness will expand. As we have said before, much in your history and in your mythology, the stories passed down through the ages, and even the teachings now being received through many, are more symbolic than factual, as we know you are aware. But we do feel this is an important point to reiterate, that when you're being told something or when you read something, to look more deeply into it and feel what is within those words and between those words, and feel this from your heart. It is often not the words that you hear, the words that you read, it is the space in between them that has the meaning. This may be a difficult concept for you to understand, but as you continue with your meditations, contemplations and development, you will find that these things begin to unfold for you and your understanding will become greater. Also at this time we would ask you to be open to the knowledge that comes to you. The truth would be very challenging to many people, even those that feel that they are on the pathway at this time. Their thoughts, their feelings and attitudes may become changed in some way as more knowledge is available to them. There are many forms of information at this time, whether written or verbal, and those that you call trance, which are channeled to you. And these do vary in what they say and may conflict in some ways. This could partly be because of a misunderstanding by the person delivering this information, and this is again partly due to the fact that much comes in symbolism, and it is for the person that is conveying this on to those that need to hear to interpret this symbolism, and this may not always be quite correct because this is limited by their own current consciousness, their own vocabulary. So things may not always appear as they were meant to. And so we suggest that you be open to this at all times. And of course there are those that are only here at this time, or they feel that they are, to mislead you. So there will be much information disseminated which will be of an incorrect nature. But as time proceeds, you will become more and more aware of that feels correct to you, that feels true. And this is not something that you can teach someone. You will know. It is the knowingness of that truth. You will know that truth intrinsically inside you. Much change continues at this time, and there is much opportunity to learn and to release. And through releasing those rigid thoughts or habits that you may have, you give space to new learning, for new things to come into your life, for new understanding. And so do not feel fear or be afraid of releasing that which no longer serves you. All those things that happen to you throughout this lifetime and those previous incarnations that you have indeed experienced have been of use, have been learning tools for you. But it is time to release the negativity of the restrictions that you may have, and to feel yourself begin to, if you like, take off, to spread your wings, and to look forward to all the beautiful learning and divine teaching that is available to you at this time. It may be difficult at times when those close to you, those around you, do not develop at the same pace. But by staying true to yourself, you will lift these people, you will lift their consciousness, and they will join you. This is another important point for you to remember at this time. Even if you have those close to you that matter, that are disputing what you say. Remain with your truth, if only holding it inside and not speaking it, although at this time we would urge you to speak your truth, and do not be afraid of others' responses to you. Follow where your heart leads you. Do not be restricted in any way. When others realise that you have this knowingness, that you exude this light around you, they will begin to listen and understand, and this will be the catalyst for themselves to open up their own understanding. Much of the delay that many of you feel in the development of yourselves and your planet is caused by fear. And because as you address fear, it becomes more potent and creates more problems for people. But it is through working through the fear that you release that energy, and you are then free to move on, to experience new things. As you already know, your consciousness is connected to all consciousness. All beings are connected on this planet, as are all beings connected to the planet. And the planet is connected to the other planets in the universe and the galaxy and other galaxies far beyond your comprehension. So remember, particularly at this time, that each thought that you think, each feeling you feel, affects everything around you. And so when you feel negativity, try to nip it in its bud, so to speak, to stop this and change this to something more positive, so that you are radiating positive energy around you. As you continue to work on yourselves and develop this higher consciousness and this positive way of living, you will then find that those people that are not a benefit to you, that have their own problems with their negativity, will fall away. They will not be attracted to you. Those attracted to you will be those of this nature already, of this positive way of life, and those who want this way of life. Those who do not, who are adamant to stay as they are and are happy to be in their depressions and anxieties, will find other people to attract themselves to. And all of this is part of the cycle, part of the development of all beings. We know for many of you, you have challenging times, but that you are now beginning to look at these in a different way, and your judgment is coming from your heart, not from your minds. As we have said before, when you are challenged with something, to whatever degree it may be, small or large, dwell on this from your heart. Your heart will know what is right for you. As soon as you move this to your mind and you begin this process of analysis, you will convince yourself to do things that you know in your heart are not right for you. And even if others try to help you and do this in a genuine and caring way, even they do not always understand what is right for you. It has to be what you feel. Listen to others' advice and teaching, but take this within your heart. Even the words that we present to you here, we do not expect you to take everything that we say as what you would call gospel, because as you know, many gospels from your testaments are incorrect. But feel this in your heart, feel what is right for you. If this vibrates within you in a loving, joyful way, then consider these words. But if it does not, rather than reject them, shelve them for now, leave them. You may come back to them at another time. We always wish to give you the opportunity to address those thoughts that may be in your hearts, And so if you have any questions for us, we will attempt to assist you with them. It may be that already we have given you what you call much food for thought.
Yes, there is a lot of food for thought. Can you tell me about ascension of the soul?
In your modern current times, the meaning of ascension has been misappropriated, not necessarily intentionally. The soul is always developing. As with the earth, with Gaia, it is moving, as you know, towards the fifth dimension, and this is the ascension of the planet. And those beings on it go with it. And so at the same time you are ascending. But you're not going anywhere physically, you are changing, you are moving as you are. It's your consciousness that alters. There's been much talk in the past of being taken away in vessels such as spaceships and vacating the earth. This is not the correct understanding. The understanding that we have of this is the change within. And there are many changes within your makeup, your DNA, and this is a gradual process, and this is happening now. But ascension as such is not a new thing. This has happened many times throughout your planet's and other planets' history. It is a change, it is the move forward, it is the self-development, the awakening, the becoming aware, the change in the consciousness of the planet and of yourself. And this is not an unplanned sudden thing. This was part of the planet's destiny to make this change and for you to go with it. Again, when you read reports of ascension, and much is written and disseminated on this subject, be discerning, and as you read the words, try to understand the symbology of the deeper meaning. It is a much happening thing on your planet at this time that people are misunderstanding. The information is there in front of them, but they're interpreting it incorrectly. They do not interpret it in the correct way. And the answer to this is to go deep within your meditation and think about the words that you have seen or read or heard, and ask for assistance. And in doing this, you will have a greater understanding of what is happening, of these changes, and of what ascension really is. There is a habit of what you call your New Agers of giving tags to things where people think of something that they have discovered as though some great new thing is opening up. But this is not new, this is knowledge that has always been. It is just you reawakening to this knowledge and in degrees having a greater understanding of the knowledge that you already have. We hope this is of some help.
Thank you.
All answers are within all beings already. You do not have to travel on pilgrimages, although these do have significant meaning, but all is within, and this is what is changing now, and you're becoming more aware of yourself, the true, divine, beautiful beings that you all are.